You know, guys, a very scary thing is happening to this country, and a lot of people, they're not seeing it because they are indulged in it. And I'll tell you what it is. It's called fear. Americans are literally thriving off of fear. Fear motivates them. Fear makes them want to live. And the reason why that's bad is because they're going to do things that create fear for others and creates fear for their own life in order to be happy. That's why you see these people doing these mass shootings and then they shoot themselves, because they want that fear. Not only the fear they're doing to others, but the fear they're doing to themselves too. That's the main thing what they want. They're not doing the mass shootings to create fear for other people. They want the fear that's being created that they're doing to themselves because they thrive off of it. It's like energy for them. They absorb the energy from their own fear. And like I told all y'all out there, this country is going to only get worse. It is going to get tremendously worse. I forecast whole neighborhoods to become homeless. Whole neighborhoods to lose plumbing and electricity. Whole neighborhoods are going to be, it's going to be like they're going to be their own government. Where you're going to have a shot caller, you're going to have someone that rules the neighborhood. They're called shot callers in prison. And they're going to basically run the whole neighborhood. That's the route America's going down. Police aren't going to be able to go in there. Not even the damn army's going to be able to go in there. That's the route America's going down. And it's gonna go down that route, and it will not get any better until these generations die off. I forecast America to get like that within the next 80 years. It is going to get horribly, horribly violent and horribly, horribly bad. And what this is because of is because of the rise of the cost of living, the rise of prices. Okay? When things start costing a lot of money and when people have to start going out to earn more money to buy these things, they're going to naturally get more selfish and more greedy. Because in order for them to earn this money to buy the new vehicles that are $40, $50, $60, $70,000, a $1,500 cell phone that they have to have, because everyone else has it. The Apple Watch, the nice clothes, 100,000 friends on Facebook. In order for them to do this, they have to earn more money. So in order for them to earn more money, they're going to have to step on people. And the higher price things go, the worse it's going to get. And along with that comes the fear, the fear factor that they're going to be doing to themselves. And what it's going to do is it's going to regenerate and regenerate and it's going to be like a domino effect where it'll just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, because that's what fear does. Fear doesn't get better. Fear is like a domino effect. And I'm not talking about what it does to other people. This is what fear does to an individual. People in this country, they thrive. They live for fear. They're controlled with fear. Okay? You take the pandemic. You do not control a population with a war. You control them with mind control. That's how you control people. Control them with mind control. Once you get in their head, you got full control of them. And the pandemic, they controlled people. I tried telling you that Trump is in with Russia to destroy America. And he hired Dr. Flossie, or Dr. Fossil, Dr. Fossey, whatever his duck plucking name is supposed to be. God knows how much money he paid that man. He put in some secret bank account somewhere in the world that no one knows about. Excuse me, guys. I got more in the throat, man. I need something to drink. And I got a dog hair in my nose. I just finished brushing my husky. So they created the pandemic. And there's going to be another one, too. It's going to be even worse than the last one. Okay? If that boy gets in again, he's going to make an even worse pandemic. It's going to shut America down for good. So they create a pandemic that puts the fear of God, that puts the fear of God in people. Now, what has happened to everyday life in Americans? People don't want to stand beside you because they don't want to get your germs because they're afraid they're going to get germs off you. People don't want to touch a doorknob that you just touched to open a door because you have the germs that might kill them. Now, with all these shootings, if you go in a store wearing camo clothes, you're stopped by security because you might be a mass shooter. If we're in a backpack, you're stopped by security because they think you got a bomb in your backpack. This is all created by fear. People are controlled. You are controlled with fear. So what happens to a person is they know nothing but fear. So that individual, especially these children now, they're raised with school shootings. They're raised with fear. That's all they're going to know is fear. They're going to literally thrive off of fear. They're going to need fear every single day. They're going to do things that'll create fear for themselves because they need that. That's how they function. Some of the adults are already like that. Some of the adults with weak willpower, like most of you, you've become like that already. You got your Glock or your Sig Sauer. You won't leave home without your Sig Sauer, which you're never going to fire at anybody. You're never going to use it. But you have that because you're scared to death, because you live in fear. You don't know no other way to be. And like I said, this is a real bad road for America to go down, bro, because what's going to happen is, just like I said, the majority of people, if not everybody in America, are going to do things to create this fear. And it could be everything and anything. They could see someone on a motorcycle. Hey, I'm gonna ram him. I'm gonna run him off the road. See what happens to him. They're going to do stuff like they're already doing stuff like that. If you go, where is it? I think it's in. I think it's in one. It might be in San Francisco. If you cross the street in San Francisco, you're risking your life. You are literally risking your life. They run red lights there. They run stop signs. If you're not watching, you get smacked by a car, and they keep going, bro, like nothing happened. You're not a human being. You're just a piece of garbage in their eyes. You're not even a human being anymore. They mow you down. They figure, oh, you deserved it. The hell with a person. They deserved it. You're lesser than human. You're lesser. You're a human being. You are a human being, but you're lesser than human. You're lesser than them. They're human and you're not. Go figure that one out, how that happens. And that is what happened to this country. You know, back in the days when Pearl Harbor happened, Americans jumped to the chance to defend America and to have revenge on the Japanese for killing their fellow Americans in Pearl Harbor. That don't happen no more. Americans won't jump to the chance to defend their country anymore. Nobody will go fight for each other anymore in this country. Those days are gone. Because why should you help someone that's sticking it to you? You're going to stick it to them the first chance you get, right? That's how I am. It's like with these. By the way, I'm not going to call Pittsburghers or Pittsburghers anymore. From now on, their name is Past Burgers because they live in the past here. So it's like with me, for instance, I'm not going to help a Past Burger because they're not going to help me. So if America gets invaded by Russia, why should I sign up to go fight for America when my fellow Americans are sticking it to me? That's the situation. That's the way everyone thinks right now. And that's the situation this country's in right now. And it's going to get a lot worse. Nobody can turn this around, bro. Nobody. Not Mr. Trump, not Biden. Nobody can turn this around. You know, you Trump lovers out there that think your boy Trump's going to get in there and... Hold on a minute. Thought my wife was calling me. Here she's playing with the dog. So yeah, guys, you know, man, I would not go to war for this country right now because the people in this country wouldn't go to war for me. So it's like I had this motorcycle for sale. Okay, I had it for sale for $9,000. For the condition it's in with the low miles, and there's nothing wrong with it. $9,000 is a good deal for this. People around here, even if they want that, even if they want it, if they think by buying it off you is going to help you, they won't buy it. That's how people around Passburg are, and the Passburg surrounding area. They won't buy something off a person if they think that sale is going to help them. The term Passburgers don't put money back in a community, that's what it means. Back in the steel mill days, the 60s and 70s, steel mill workers used to make anywhere from $60,000 to $200,000 per worker. That was big time money back then. That's what they used to make back in the steel mill era days here in Passburg. All these Passburg steel mills back in the 60s and 70s before the steel mills closed up. They made $60,000 to $200,000 per year. You go in all those communities, okay, where the steel mills are based out of. Same homes. The homes are built in like 1898. There is no improvements done to the homes. Homes are falling apart. The homes are literally in a shambles because they put none of that money back into the community. Instead, they bought mink coats for their wives. They bought expensive jewelry for their wives. They went down to the Keys on vacation. They went to Hawaii for vacations. They bought Cadillacs, they bought Lincoln Continentals for themselves, but they didn't put none of that money back into the neighborhood. Because that's what they do around here, because they are selfish and greedy individuals around in Passburg and the Passburg area. And it's still like that to today. They don't pay anybody, they do everything themselves around here. And if they think by buying something from you is going to help you, they won't buy it even if they need it. And that's why you don't see any tradesmen around here, except for the big companies. All the mom and pop tradesmen are gone. They are gone. You see a lot of guys around here with the scrap trucks, going around collecting scrap metal, making a living, trying to feed their family off of scrap. See a lot of that around here. There are a lot of people around here getting their utilities shut off because they don't have the money to pay, no longer to pay the utilities. So what they're doing now is they take it out on anybody and everybody. I've noticed the last 2 days there's been a shift. Things got worse in the last 2 days. People are driving more violently than they were 2 days ago. And they're now driving more reckless than ever. Probably what happened is their credit cards closed on them because they're probably buying stuff and paying bills with a credit card. Since they maxed those out, they probably shut off. So now they don't have that venue anymore. And plus, the schools started back up, so now they got to buy stuff to send the kids to school, which are going to be strapped for that. And a lot of these people, they don't trust the kids to go on a school bus, so they drive them to school, and they don't give themselves enough time to go to the school and to drive back to the job. They give themselves a little bit of time. I don't know maybe they can't manage time good. So they drop the kid off at school and then they race to the job and they drive literally, man, like a maniac around here. And that's probably a lot to do with it. Since the schools reopened, parents are driving their kids to schools and they're just not giving themselves enough time. And like I said, there's no police. You don't see no police nowhere. Around here, you do whatever you want to do on the road. You drive as reckless as you want and as fast as you want around here. There's no police nowhere. Isn't that something? And I'm not lying. It's 100% true, guys. But like I said, man, people in America, they thrive off of fear. And what happens is they're missing what it's doing to them. And what it's doing to them is they're going to need fear to function. Okay? And they're not catching that. And that's going to be a big mistake. Because what's going to happen is they're going to create fear in order to function. And that's going to happen. So, to the motorcycle, I might paint the motorcycle purple. It's going to have, I'm going to keep the silver frame, but I'm thinking very seriously of getting a real nice metallic purple and doing the fenders and the tank in metallic purple. Either metallic purple or blue. Metallic blue might look better. I have the blue picked out already. I just have to buy it. The paint, I think the paint's about $150 a quart. And, but I think that would be a better way to go, guys, because, you know, man, putting flames on here, I could do it, but it's going to take a while, you know, and I just don't. I don't have that time. Matter of fact, I may not have the time to even to shoot the blue on it either. I just don't have time. I don't have the time or the garage. Now, if I finish my big garage over there, I'll have the garage to do it. But I have to build the partition where my doors are. I have a window. Matter of fact, I have 2 windows I could put in there, but I'm going to need a door, you know, and all of that costs money. And we're on a real tight budget here. We're on a very, very tight budget. So I'm going to see if I can take this out for some kind of ride on Friday. Thursday, I'm going to get my dog out. I have to take her somewhere on Thursday. And Friday, I have to figure out somewhere I can go on this. You know, like I used to go downtown, and you can't go downtown no more. Downtown's full of homeless people. Can't go downtown no more. I used to walk my dog, man, downtown Pittsburgh. Forget it. Them days gone. So you guys, you want something a little bit with some kind of scenery on it or something around here you've never seen before. You know, I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to figure out where I can go. Other than that, from now on, the ending is, I'm going to have this ending after every video that you're going to see coming up right now, and it's going to basically be like this. Case closed. Hammer down.